I got a job while I was at Cal Arts. Another friend of mine, he goes, "Hey, Don Bluth is looking for in-betweeners on this brand new movie that he's doing called American Tail." Now we're at our desks at school, like, really? All I gotta do is go down and take a test. An in-betweener is someone who takes the key poses of animation, like one arm's here, one arm's here. The in-betweener puts the in-between. It's the non-sexy part of animation. Back in the day, they would have in-betweeners. So
So
it's one
a
of the
key, who does the other stuff? The main
the anim
animator,
the
the character says
main
that you
animator,
start from here and then you end here and then you
right?
draw all of the.
And the in-betweener would do all the boring drawings in between. And the in-betweener would get paid a lot less than the animator as well. But still, hey man, let's go get a job. So we all go, three of us go down to Don Bluth Studios, which was in Van Nuys at the time. We go there and they gave us two drawings each. Here's these two drawings. Go take an in-between test. So we all go back to Cal Arts. We're up all night doing our one drawing that goes in between. And so finally we come back early the next morning, turn our things in. The lady takes one look at him. Great, you're hired. And she comes out with these giant stacks of drawings. Here's your first scene, ka-thunk. And so then we're like, oh my gosh, we just got our first animation job and we're still in school. So we go back to school, and my first scene ever that I ever professionally animated or worked on was an American Tail. And it's a scene where Fievel the mouse is asleep and he's going like this. He's just like, he's just breathing in and out. That's all he's doing. And I got paid like $1,000 to do like 5 drawings in this scene, because they would pay you based on the amount of footage the scene took. Like if it was a 10-second or 40 seconds or 2-minute scene. And so one drawing in a breathing cycle, it's called, I got paid a lot. But my next scene was really short, but it had like 50 characters in it. It was like a scene where there's a bunch of people like on a bunch of people dressed in 18th century outfits having a party on a lawn. And I was like, oh dear Lord. And you're trying to do all this with people with top hats.
And this is not the type of time where you have the models and you just, click and repeat. You're drawing.
Oh God, no, you're doing, it's all hand drawn, all hand and eye. We had Xerox machines, but we didn't hardly ever use them. It was like, there was no cut and paste. There was no Photoshop. There was no flash animation, nothing. We're talking old school, paper and pencil, all that stuff.
This story amazes me for a number of reasons. One, Don Bluth was a Disney guy. He broke away. He became the only other kind of animator. I guess there was a couple of other. Ralph Bashki was out there, but Don Bluth was one of the big ones. He had Dragon's Lair, which was the video game, which was really big.
Yeah.
And American Tail was huge. And Space Ace,
his other game,
and The Secret of Nim, and a bunch of other stuff that came around. So Don Bluth is like a huge thing. The fact that they gave you art to take away from the studio would never happen anymore. I mean, what happens if you spill your coffee or do anything, or someone takes it from Cal Arts? Oh my gosh.
It's called budgets. They didn't have a huge office. I take it back to whatever desk you have and make it happen. So I did American Tail for about 3 months. I didn't get any credit on the movie because I didn't do enough footage to make the credits, apparently. They said you got to do like 200 feet of animation. I think I did like 150 feet or something. So I never got credit on screen, but that was my first job. I was on American Tail.
It's the Patrick Labyorteaux Show. Patrick Labyorteaux. He's the one you got to know.